Hey, Captain Tommy Derringer here. Thanks for tuning in to the all-new Inshore Adventures YouTube channel. We're going to try to bring you all kinds of great content this year, from gear reviews, some of my favorite rods and reels, my favorite lures and baits. Probably talk about my boats a little bit, the Maverick HPX and the Pathfinder HPS. And pretty much anything that you guys can think of or let me know that you'd like to see on here, I'm going to try to provide that for you. I get questions all the time about fishing in general and the gear and stuff that I use, so I'm going to try to bring that to you. Please subscribe down below so you can stay tuned. And like I said, if you have some suggestions, please call, text, email me, let me know, comment down below, and I'll try to bring that to you. Now today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite things to do, but really one of my favorite lures to use when I'm sight fishing for redfish. Now this is middle of February right now in Northeast Florida. This is the time of year we get to sight fish. The water's clear and redfish are schooled up. So let's go ahead and talk about my favorite lure to use when I'm sight fishing for redfish in shallow water. All right, here we go. It's the Elite Shiner by Saltwater Assassin. My favorite lure to use when I'm sight fishing for redfish, especially in clear, cold water, when you have to make a nice, easy, quiet presentation to those fish. This is the lure you're going to want to use. Now, plain and simple, this thing just looks cool. I love the way it looks. Looks like a little minnow or a little mullet. Comes in a ton of different colors. Now, I typically like to use a lighter colored bait when I'm sight fishing, because I can see where the lure is in relation to the fish, or my angler can see where that lure is in relation to the fish. Now really, one of the main reasons that I like this bait is its size. It's a compact lure and it's fairly narrow as well. What that means is you can present this to the fish quietly. It's not going to make much of a splash, and when it approaches that fish's zone where he can start to see this thing, it's not going to seem like something big that's coming to eat him. That's important. You don't want that fish to be scared of your lure when you're bringing it to them. Now the way they've designed this lure, especially the back half here, is really interesting to me, and I think it accounts for a lot of the redfish that we catch when we're using it. There's not a whole lot of material leading back to the paddle here. Now what does that mean? Well, it means that this lure doesn't have to be moving very fast for that paddle to be working. That's important when you're sight fishing, because you really have to make a gentle presentation to a lot of fish when they're in clear water. So sometimes you can be swimming this along, you can let it sit on the bottom and just barely wiggle it, and that tail's going to be moving, and it's going to trigger that strike from the redfish. Even a weary one that's sitting in 56-degree water like we have right now here in mid-February. Now another really cool thing about this lure is this hook slot on top. You can rig this thing so it's absolutely weedless. I have it rigged here on a Saltwater Assassin weighted weedless hook. And you could probably see the hook sits below the top of the bait, which means that thing will go through oysters, grass, weeds, algae, any kind of thing that it could possibly get hung up on. This is very, very weedless. So again, if you're trying to present this gently and it's having to go across the bottom, that's going to keep you from getting snagged. Now this setup is also great because it casts a long way. With this weedless weighted hook here, with the weight forward, man, you can really toss it a long way. I use 8 or 10 pound braided line this time of year because casting is definitely at a premium. You want to be able to make a really long cast, and this lure flies really nice and true. So next time you go out to do some sight fishing for some redfish, pick up a bag of the Saltwater Assassin Elite Shiner. I think you're really going to like it, and you're probably going to catch some really nice fish. Again, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to us for more videos just like this one. If you'd like to see something, please comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see, and I'll try to bring it to you. In the meantime, get out there and catch them up.